I'm not taking a dime of corporate PAC money because South Texas families deserve true representation.
After coming so close in the 2020 primary, Texas immigration attorney Jessica Cisneros is launching a new campaign to unseat Trump's favorite Democrat, Henry Cuellar. So I'm going to show you her new commercial she launched with. It is a fantastic commercial. And then I'll get to a little more on this race and just how close she came last time. But first, here is this campaign ad.
They said we had no chance. They said the patrones were just too powerful. They said change was impossible here. But we showed them that the dreams of immigrants, truckers, rancheros, and teachers can be just as powerful as their corporate dollars. Now we're back to finish what we started, to do what my dad taught me. Work hard, keep at it, y enseñar que la esperanza nunca muere. Over the past year, our community has suffered through this pandemic, waking up day after day, praying we wouldn't lose another family member or our jobs. And when we thought Congress would be the answer to our prayers, they ignored us. So I did what I knew I could. I kept fighting for South Texas families as a human rights attorney, helping families who couldn't afford lawyers navigate our broken immigration system. So what's Henry Cuellar done in the last year since he got reelected? He introduced anti-immigration bills with Republicans to further separate families. He was the only Democrat to vote in favor of corporate interests over protecting workers and strengthening unions. And he brought unusable, defective COVID-19 tests into Laredo. South Texas deserves a representative that's going to fight for our dreams as hard as we do. For Medicare for all, so families don't have to go to Mexico to afford basic health care. For immigrants' rights, because we don't want a wall or policies that tear our South Texas community apart. For reproductive health care, porque nuestras mamás, nuestras hijas, nuestras hermanas, our friends and family deserve freedom, dignity, and respect. I'm not taking a dime of corporate PAC money because South Texas families deserve true representation. Mi nombre es Jessica Cisneros. I'm the proud daughter of immigrant farm workers, and I'm running for Congress. I'm ready to finish what we started. Are you? Join us.
What a wonderful ad. I am constantly amazed by just how incredible these ads are for these more progressive candidates. This was a fantastic one, beautifully shot. The messaging there was perfect, discussing Henry Cuellar and his failures, and also Jessica Cisneros and what she's running on. Just a perfect ad. And I want to give credit here to Jeremy Flood, who was the video producer on that ad. He said here, "I had the time of my life filming and directing this ad in South Texas. I can't wait to see Jessica Cisneros make history in Texas 28. Let's do this." So credit here to Jeremy Flood and his team for putting that together. Just, again, incredible ad. Now let's take a look at what happened last time. So this is why there was so much hope in this race this time. Last time, Jessica Cisneros barely lost. So Henry Cuellar, 51.8% to Cisneros at 48.2%. This is when Jessica Cisneros basically had, very little name recognition, relying completely on campaigning, on the ground support, on door knocking, on phone banking, and came so close to, again, beating Trump's favorite Democrat. And the reason he's Trump's favorite Democrat is because he voted the most out of any Democrat with Donald Trump. This is a guy who is incredibly, not even just pro-corporate, but he's basically a Republican disguised as a Democrat in a very deep blue district. But that gets us to potentially here one of the worries, which is the fact that the district is almost certainly going to be redrawn. So Politico here saying the district is almost certain to change after Texas Republicans redraw congressional districts this fall. The 20th district sits in a danger zone for Democrats, hoping to maintain their hold on the heavily Latino and working class Rio Grande Valley. So it will likely be redrawn, but I still think there is going to be a solid shot here for Jessica, at the very least in the primary, for Jessica Cisneros. So we will see, a little farther out how that district will change. But keep this in mind. Cori Bush, 2018, ran against William Lacey Clay, lost 37 to 57%. In 2020, came back huge, defeating Lacey Clay 49% to 46%. So the biggest barrier oftentimes in these races with these more progressive candidates isn't their platform, isn't anything else. It's really the name recognition. So it's about the district being familiar with who the challenger is. So this is why, even if you lose the first time, it's important to run again. If you have a strong platform, if you know you have a connection to the community, if you can get boots on the ground, door knock, phone banking, and get financial support from small individual donors, then you will have a good shot if you run enough times, as your name will become more familiar, people will get to know you, and they're more likely to trust you, and the fact that you will actually, or they will believe that you actually will fight for your platform. So last thing here, Jessica Cisneros put out, this is shortly after she launched her campaign. The fundraising already in this campaign is shocking. So check out her message here.
Hey everyone, so today's been a super exciting day. This morning we started off with the announcement that we just launched our campaign for Congress to represent Texas 20th Congressional District here in South Texas. Now I have some even better news. So last cycle when we launched, we were able to raise $70,000 in 24 hours. Well, this time, thanks to amazing and incredible people power, we were able to raise $100,000 in less than 9 hours, which is absolutely wild. Now we're gonna up that up. Let's see if we can raise $150,000 through your help by the end of today. Can I count on you? Will you join us? Let's go ahead and do it.
So that's incredible. $100,000 in less than 9 hours. Already, it's very important from the beginning for these candidates to be able to raise enough money to be able to put their ads out, to be able to get volunteers out, and really run a campaign from the start to finish. So oftentimes what happens, with these more progressive challengers, a lot of the money doesn't really start rolling in till the end, and by then it's too late. So by Cisneros already having this massive haul at the beginning, it's really going to help her out. And just to end on here, her page, if you want to help her out, just go to jessicacisnerosforcongress.com. If you just look up her name, you'll find her webpage. And there you go. So this is going to be one of the races to watch in the next cycle.